And in the summer, because you only start at about 12 or so when the shows begin, but this opens in the morning. So as you're coming into work, there's just constantly people going down and screaming and stuff. Okay, I'm awake now, yeah.
Hey, I'm Ryan, Ryan Martens, and I'm a Technical Area Supervisor at Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, we get here, we get settled in. Once our techs are here, then we go out and we start setting up some systems. So some of the shows, we set up the three band stages. They're basic PA setups, although the rock band one is definitely more intensive. And we kind of have to adapt a little bit because it is a rotating group of people. So sometimes they need the amp, sometimes they go directly into it. Logistically working that out, setting up the drum kit and all that, like that's all stuff we have to be able to do and get that done in time for them to come for sound check. And on the right is where I work. 99% of your problems are always signal flow. Yeah, it's...
But yeah, you can still see a little bit leftovers. Like, we'll bring out the rest of the system here, but the whole passive setup that the vent service is still here. And if you want to sneak in here, you can see all the setup where all the gear. I mean, every day was like that, right? You'd talk about it in class, and then you'd actually get to go do it in the labs that same day. That was super great for just getting everything in, and suddenly you can connect the concepts, and like, it always felt like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you were just scrambling to keep up. And then by Thursday, Friday, it's like, hey, you know what? No, I got this. That's just how the whole school year felt like for me. Try all the things that you wanted to figure out. Like, okay, so can I run a system? Can I make this all work? Or what happens if you can get a little bit experimental? You can make as many non-destructive mistakes as you want, and you don't have to feel like, you know, you're in a space where you have the chance to do something with it, right? Those were definitely the more educational labs, because I'm also very much a hands person. It was pretty nice to have that, like, later in the second half when, let's say that we've gone over a bunch of notes, take a break, we'd come back into it, and then, yeah, Dean or Mark would be like, all right, let's bring somebody up, and let's see if we can get you, sending through auxes, or if we can see you getting, like, routing over to the compressor and getting it back into the system. Just that, then you actually get to watch with the cameras and you're actually watching it. It's part of that, like I said, the visual hands-on stuff. It's just another avenue that you get to see the same concept played out. And that was really helpful. Yeah, once those stages are set up, the shows won't really kick in till like 7:30 because the park's gonna open, people are gonna trickle in. So at that point, it's more or less just making sure, the sound checks went good, signals are running fine. Once the bands are there, then it's just getting everything up and running. But you're there on hand to just make sure the shows are running smoothly, the bands are happy with their, that's the other side. The rock band has like 4 monitors. So you have to actually do a lot of balancing of what you're sending to who. Yeah, they get pretty particular with that. So that's another thing people get to work with. Working out feedback, because the gazebos are not built for sound. So like, especially during the daytime, we now have a 5. We have like a quintet doing a singing song on top of a gazebo. It is terrifying for feedback. We've done so much chopping of just trying to make this thing manageable, but like it's stuff you know how to troubleshoot, right? Like some people, they're a little bit more, dynamic, so you get to throw a little bit more compression and stuff. And they kind of just set me loose and was like, make it your own show, right? Then once we got to interview point, that was done through Zoom because, well, I was actually still in Calgary at the time anyways. It was all stuff I felt like I knew, right? Mm-hmm. It did feel a little bit like there was maybe a bit of a gap between the last time I've done something with live sound. As consoles all have a little bit of carryover, but it is helpful if, I've run other Behringer systems, then I should be able to handle the X-Air a little bit more similar or something. And when it comes to the stage stuff, like you'll see today, like setting up a PA, that's just, it's muscle memory at this point, right? There's nothing that I haven't come across like, this feels new. No, working my way around a console, finding sends on fader and all the little tweaks and stuff you can do with stuff. Like when we were building the stages, there's an Inferno stage on the other side of the park where it's probably our second most intensive lights one. But having to make sure we route that and putting each truss on its own universe and making sure everything's speaking the same language. I was able to help troubleshoot with that because I have at least some background of lighting, right? Favorite course? Probably Foley. When we started covering Foley in it's just that creative side you get to do stuff with, right? Like there is the matching the footsteps and keeping the same rhythms and stuff, but also just you get to make sounds of whatever you have at your disposal, right? Would I be at this point? No. I
have a good attitude. I feel like I'm a good learner and stuff. But like, there's a lot of things I wouldn't have known, or I couldn't have proved that I can do this, right? Because I just didn't have the know-how. It's stuff I couldn't do. I am the only OIART person here. Well, we got people from broadcasting, so they'll know how to get, like, say, sound or, like, you know, a single vocal up. They don't have the experience with the mixing or, like, monitors, for example. So it's stuff you gotta have to sometimes coach somebody up on a little bit. You kind of got all kinds of people here. Yeah, like we're just coming into Winterfest now, so we're starting to do the rehearsals and we're looking into switching over to tech, and oh, it got bright. Love that squeak. Got it. We do like staff ride nights, like during the summer. Obviously not now because it's too cold.
Yeah.
But like we take some time where it's just the staff only get to go on, so you get like 2 or 3 runs in an hour. So this one is new-ish, and then the new-ist one, you could just see over the fence if you were actually tall. We'll get there.
Oh, wow, what a diss.
I did. I was pointing to it, and then I saw the fence, and it was like, oh, okay, never mind. We'll wait on that. But yeah, during the summer, then we'll put on some amphitheater entertainment here.
A lot of our stuff is QSC. I haven't seen anything other than that.
12-person, I think it's a singing group. And then we've also got a 8-person for the other one. Like, there's gonna be a lot more shows happening at Come Winterfest. Of just shows in general. Looking up stuff on, like, doing the research beforehand on an interview, like figuring out what they do. Because yeah, like, you don't think of Canada's Wonderland as, oh yeah, shows happen, concerts. No, there's rides, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, and like what equipment they use, and like, yeah, what's all on hand.
I got it. They show you the door, you just have to walk through it, right? You gotta make the steps yourself, but it's all very much laid out, like you're familiar with how this looks. Yeah.